All right, everybody. Welcome to the Michael Bernoff Show. I'm here with my co-host, Jaden Easton.
Good morning, everybody.
And we're here to talk about you and do live coaching with you and assist you in getting what you want. And the biggest reason is we are obsessed with working with top performers and high performers on the biggest challenges and the subjects that slow you down and stop you from getting the things you want. And today's topic is one that we got a lot of requests for, and it's one of the biggest topics in the coaching space. I hear it all the time in coaching space. Like
all the time. It's a buzzword almost.
Whoa. I gotta give this reaction. Like, how do we deal with self-sabotage? But Michael, what about self-sabotage? You don't get it. My coach, my therapist, my friend, my neighbor told me that I have self-sabotage. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a top performer, you're a high performer, you're going to deal with elements of this from where you're at to where you want to go. And what I'm going to tell you is the concept of it, or what it really, the remnants of it, is something that never truly goes away if you're a high performer and a driven person like you are that wants more. But how do you deal with it? How do you tolerate? How do you get through what they call self-sabotage and allow yourself to get the things that you want? So today's show, like all the shows that we do, are very different than many of the things you look at online. Both Jade and I are obsessed with peak performance, top performance, mindset, and working with the highest level individuals that really desire to do more. And one of the beliefs that we have is that all top performers, they're all people, and meaning we're all top performing at some level. We're top performing in not succeeding. We're top performing in succeeding. We're high performers in the thing we do. High performers in things we wish that we did. So the question is, what are you using your energy, your enthusiasm, your excitement for, and are you using it to get the things that you want? So the difference between this and most things you find on YouTube is this is not a lecture. This is a live coaching show where we take actual challenges, actual opportunities of people just like you that want more. And what happens is we filter them through, we do live coaching. And the coolest part is whether you're working with us live, being coached by us, or you're somebody listening in the background, you are going to get the win, because the way that we use what we call human interaction technology, one person can get coached, and the coolest part is thousands of people, tens of thousands all over the internet, all over the world can watch this and go, I get it. It makes sense because I'm dealing with that too. And the one thing I'll tell you as we get started here today is that all top performers deal with about 5 or 6 simple challenges. And through the course of our shows, you're going to find out what they are, how to deal with them, and most importantly, how to get more of what it is that you want. So my co-host, Jaden Easton, I want to make certain that you guys get an opportunity to know who he is. He's been around personal development, sales and marketing, and business performance now for over a decade. And yes, the biggest reason we came together on this is our obsession with getting this message out to the world. And he came to me one day and he said, Michael, let's just do it live on the air. And I said, great, you figure out how to get him on, you figure out how to get him there, and I will do my thing. And that's his thing is get him here, and my is just coach and work with the people. So they're out there watching right now. What is the best way for somebody to pose a question, ask a question? How does it all work? And folks, as you're joining us now, let us know where you're dialing in from. And then as you're doing that in the comments, he'd love to share with you exactly how all this works.
Yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from, especially in the chat, whether you're watching it live or the replay, because we can see it right in front of us. We have Brian tuning in from Louisville, ADHD navigator from Vancouver.
That's your neck
Canada.
of the woods.
That's my neck of the woods. That's where I'm originally from. As Michael said, though, this is a live interactive call-in show. It's one of the reasons that we started this is because we wanted to give a place for high performers, business owners, a way to get coaching. Because if you look at professional sports teams, if you look at people at the top of their game in any industry, they all share a similar pattern. Is they broke out of this I need to do it myself and this lone wolf approach, and they get some kind of coaching. And this is the show for ambitious business owners and high performers, who are tired of playing smaller than they're capable of, and they're ready to get some assistance along the way. So if you text ASK to 480-800-8051, our team will put the QR code on the screen as well. You can also go to michaelbernoff.com/ask. You can submit your question for this show if you're watching live, or if you're watching the replay, still submit your question so that you can ask it on future episodes. We host this every Thursday, unless Michael has an event going on around the world. And we're excited for the opportunity for not only you to get the impact of asking your question and working with Michael live on the show, but also impacting other people watching, because each and every time when you ask a question, it's amazing the ripple effect that it has with other people, and how, we're all connected. Oftentimes we can feel maybe alone in what we're going through, but then you realize that, hey, the other high performers are going through this just like me, and if they've gotten over it, I can. If they gotten over it, I can too. So ask to 480-800-8051. Now, Michael, high performers, business owners, entrepreneurs, they might not even label themselves having self-sabotage, but it can come out in a lot of different ways that people watching this could probably relate to. Maybe it's hiring the same team member under a different name. We've all been there. Maybe it's hitting the same revenue year after year, plus or minus 10%. Yep. Right? It's like these recurring challenges that just keep coming up in different forms. That's almost like this, like I would call it like a self-governor, or we can call it like self-sabotage. So is that right? People might not label it as self-sabotage, but if somebody keeps hitting their head against a certain ceiling, whether it be in business, in sports, in relationships, usually they get to the 6-month mark or the 1-year mark in the relationship, and then all the relationships end. Like that's self-sabotage, right?
Well, I mean, you can call it that. I mean, here's the thing. I never heard the term self-sabotage until I got around the coaching and the personal development space, and I never called it that in my life. And the challenge I have with the word self-sabotage is it's sort of like walking up to someone and saying, you're stupid. And you don't get a solution. Like, well, what are you going to do? Like, great, now I have self-sabotage. What the heck do I do with it? It's like, you're depressed. Right. You got depression.
You're just giving yourself a diagnosis.
What do I actually do with it? So when somebody says, you're self-sabotaging yourself, I'd be like, oh man, you're right. They need to continually afterwards give them a solution to not only break the pattern that they're in, but also offer them an additional alternative. So the challenge I see is when people say you have self-sabotage, they're basically just diagnosing a thing you're doing. They're not solving the problem. They're not giving you a solution. They're not helping you get where you want to go. So my take on all of this is, self-sabotage is just like making a statement. It's just basically saying something because you had nothing else to say that day. Like, I think you're self-sabotaging, versus getting you to realize what you're doing is producing that. And if you wanted something different, you'd have to run a different pattern of program, which means you need to make some different choices. So what I would do is you've got to follow up, because I find a lot of well-meaning coaches and trainers, they read the word online. It's always funny, Jaden. I can tell when someone just got done watching podcasts, because they'll get up at an event and they'll speak. Right. They're at someone else's event and they swear, like, did Tim Ferriss just say that 13 minutes ago? Did you just grab that from Dr. Phil?
I need to be more authentic.
Yeah, authentic, self-sabotage. So the challenge is, it's part of it. So it's sort of like saying, calling this a phone. It's not a phone. It's hardly a phone. A phone is like no one even uses the phone anymore, right? This isn't a phone. It's a computer in your pocket. It is an internet connection. It's everything. So the challenge of self-sabotage, I'll tell everyone who's watching this right now, is it is something that we can call it that what we do, but it's like telling somebody they have attachment syndrome, or you have, or you've got, avoidance, or you have something. So you're telling someone what's wrong, but you're not offering them an additional solution. So for all my people out there that believe you've self-sabotaged yourself up to now, let's just say we're correct. Let's do something about it and really give you coaching instead of diagnoses, because this whole diagnosis thing of you have anxiety, you have ADD, you have all that stuff. Like, along with ADD, they should tell somebody, listen, you got ADD. Immediately along with it, they should say something like, but the benefits that come with it are this, and this.
Yeah, right. And also, other people with ADHD are Elon Musk and all these people.
But they don't tell you that. They're like, oh, you're screwed. You're in trouble. Right. You're not going to make it work. So anyways, I don't want to heal people of this today, because, listen, you're going to deal with the symptoms of self-sabotage a lot of your life. It's the biggest reason I wrote my book, Average Sucks. It means you got a pattern, you got a program, you got something that isn't working the way you want it to. Yep. Let's do something about it. So here's my recommendation. As entrepreneurs, we've got to grow together and help people. As you're jumping on, you're resonating with anything we're sharing, let us know that you're here. Comment what you're resonating with, whether it's something that Jaden shares, something that I share, something that a student that dials in shares. We'd love to hear what your ideas that you love are. And on top of that, subscribe to the channel. The only way we can do this is if it continues to make a difference in the world. I am somebody that will do this because I love people, but I'm telling you, if we don't continually find more ways to help people, the people you love, the people you care about, we will find additional ways. So I'm going to tell you, subscribe and share. So take a couple seconds right now, subscribe to the channel, and share on your other walls. Let people know. Grab a text. Say, hey, dude, this is what I'm up to right now. Working on this. Did you want to know? So with that said, let's
yeah,
get at it.
we'll continue to dive into self-sabotage and explore ways that, you know, we can overcome the label. But what better way than to feature one of our first live callers?
Yeah, let's go.